So today in this session, I'm going to talk to all of you regarding how we can embark on this journey from a classroom session to making it in a full-fledged career, and how you can articulate your employability to the prospective employer. So let me ask you the first question of the day of this session. Okay, so how many of you have this phone with you? Please listen to my question very carefully. How many of you have this question with you? How many of you have this mobile phone with you? Anybody? I'm sure none of us are using this phone anymore, right? Why is it that we stopped using this phone? Can somebody mention the reason in the chat box? Why have we stopped using this phone? Yeah, we used to have it, but why have we stopped using it? Yes, because the technology has improved. Yeah, less of system evolution, fine. Because this phone, this particular gadget, is not fulfilling our requirements today. Probably 20 years ago, this was the most selling cell phone in the market, but today we don't find it anywhere. Yes, we have upgraded, we have better devices available now. Well, now let me try to correlate it with our degrees here. By the way, just like this mobile phone, our degrees are also getting outdated day by day. They will not be relevant in today's world if we don't upgrade ourselves. So today we'll try to see how we can, keep ourselves updated with the requirements of the industry and how we can present it to a prospective employer. As Jigesa rightly said in the beginning itself, that only degree will not be enough. And we will have to present it to a prospective employer that we have something else. And that's what we want to see in this session today. Now, please respond to this question. What matters the most in the placement rounds? I'm sure all of you must be preparing for the placements. So what do you think? What matters the most? Technical skills, communication skills, or both? Let me open that poll for you. And please respond to this poll. Let me try to see what is more important for you. What do you think is the most important thing? So are technical skills important, or are communication skills important, or both the things are important? So let us try to see what is the response of the audience. Amazing. Please respond to this poll. I'm sure you will be able to see that poll in the chat box or probably on your screen. Yeah, 11% people so far have responded that technical skills are important. 37% people are saying that communication skills are important. And a majority of you, that is almost 52% people, are saying that both the things are important. We cannot just rely only on the degree, or we cannot just rely only on communication skills. And as Jigesa rightly said in the beginning, it is not just communicating in English, but then it is telling the prospective employer that we can do something for them. So as you can see the results on the screen, that almost 55% people are saying that both the things are important. So it is not just the technical skills or not just your degree. It is not just the communication skills, but both the things are equally important if you really want to find your place in the corporate world today. Okay, so let's move ahead. But then let me give you a reality check here. I'm talking to all of you out of my experience, what I see today. in my college or in the colleges, engineering colleges around or other degree colleges around, that many students they lose out on their opportunity just because they do not know what to say in the interview round, what to project in the interview round to the prospective employer, because they fail to understand a couple of things. And let me show you with a small video here. Yeah. And this is what exactly happens in our interview rounds. Well, in this video that you will see, there are two candidates. Both the candidates are from the same institute, they have the same degree, but then how they articulate their employability to their prospective employer, that differs. That makes them two separate candidates. And let's see this video and let us see what happens in the interview round. Enjoy this video. Just much so.
Hammer and Spanner are recent graduates from the University of Leeds. They've both been invited for an interview at Your Future Corporation. Let's see how they get on.
So, tell me why you're the best candidate for the job. I've just graduated from the University of Leeds with a 2-1 degree in physics. On this course I learned specialist subject knowledge and other useful skills such as numeracy skills and an ability to use a range of IT packages. Whilst at university, I was an active member of the hockey team and helped organise a series of social events for the Hockey Society. This demonstrates my teamworking and organisational skills. I saw it as an opportunity to balance my academic, sporting and social activities. During the summer holidays, I gained valuable work experience through ShellStep. I completed an 8-week project devising a marketing strategy for a small start-up company. This helped me to develop my project and time management skills. I was required to work to tight deadlines and manage my own workload. I was involved in all aspects of the business and greatly enhanced my commercial awareness. I feel my work experience differentiates me from others as it has provided me with transferable skills I may not have been able to pick up from my academic studies.
Now have a look at this candidate. He's presenting himself as a very skillful candidate. He has talked about his degree, has he learned, what has he gained out of it. He has talked about his extracurricular activities. And moreover, he also has talked about his work experience and how he has contributed to that particular organization. So he presented his candidature as a complete package. But many of our candidates or prospective candidates are not able to tell the prospective employer what they can do for the company. And this is what happens with them. Have a look at the second candidate here.
That's very good, Mr. Hammer. And you, Mr. Spanner? Well, I've also got a 2-1 from the University of Leeds, and I am like football. It's clear who is the right candidate for this position. Well done, Mr. Hammer. Welcome to Your Future Corporation.
Okay, so as you can see here, the marked difference between both the candidates. Now, can you tell me what difference did you find in these two candidates? How are they different from each other? What difference did you find in both the candidates? Yes, confidence, anything else? Yeah, please mention in the chat box what difference did you find in both the candidates? They are from the same university, they had same degree. Yeah, the clarity of expression, very good. The second candidate had a lot of hesitation. The first candidate presented, yes, very good, properly. One was better informed about himself. Yes, the confidence versus hesitation. And mind you that when you go for the interview round, you're already under a lot of stress. So if you're well prepared, you will be able to present yourself properly. Exactly. And that's what we need to, work upon when we are preparing for the job interview or when we are preparing for the professional world. Yes, very good. Thank you so much, everyone, for those responses. So let me just quickly complete this last part of this video because it talks about a very important thing.
Due to Hammer's extracurricular activities and work experience, he was able to demonstrate a wide range of appealing skills to his future employer. You can get involved in a range of things at university that allow you to hone your communication, organisational and team working skills. Work experience allows you to develop these skills further, as well as providing you with the opportunity to gain commercial awareness, leadership and project management skills. Competition in the graduate job market is fierce.
Yeah. As you can see that the last line says the competition in graduate job market is fierce. So there is a very tough competition. And if you really want to be in this rat race or whatever you can say, but then we will definitely have to prove our mettle. We'll have to present it to the prospective employer that we already have those skill sets which they are looking for. Because we are the service providers and they are our customers. So the interviewers who are coming to recruit you in the placement rounds, they're actually our customers. And we need to sell our skill sets to those prospective employers properly. And that's an art and it can be achieved. It's not that it cannot be achieved. It can be achieved with a lot of introspection, a lot of preparation. And let's see what preparation do we need to make. So what employers are looking for? Can you please tell in the chat box, what do you think? What employers are looking for? Or what do they look for in the candidates? Let me make you think from their perspective. If we are able to think from their perspective, what do they want? We'll be able to prepare ourselves better. Yes, they want skills. They want good communication skills. Anything else that they look for? They look for experience, confidence, knowledge. Yes, very good. Anything else? Yes, they want a complete package. They don't just want bookworms or they just don't want that degree. No. They want the candidates to be energetic, very good, passionate, multi-talented, or versatile, we can say. So all the companies today, they are looking for the candidates who are better thinker, very good, who are multitaskers, who are versatile, who are not just bookworms or who are not just good at numbers in their mark sheets, but then they want candidates to be, yes, good with all new technologies. Very true. In the engineering field, or be it any field for that matter, be it education, be it journalism, be it medical, anything. Now technology is growing so fast. We need to have the updates related to that. And at the same time, we need to be confident with that. Yes. So yes, employers are looking for effective communication skills because in the private organizations or even in government organizations, you'll be dealing with your clients. So you ought to be good at communication skills. You ought to be good at problem solving skills. You need to have positive approach towards challenges that you will face. And of course, you ought to be good at your team working skills. You should have ability to work in team. You might be excellent at your individual skill sets, but at the same time, you should be able to, work in team, coordinate with the team, handle the team members, handle pressure, and support each other whenever needed. So employers are looking for wonderful candidates with all these abilities. But then let us try to understand where what goes wrong. So the mantra to be successful or to express our employability is yes, understanding of our own skill sets and ability to communicate that skill set to the prospective employer with confidence. So if we have this complete package, we will be able to articulate our employability properly. Now, yes. So first of all, what we need to know is skill sets, our technical skill sets and our personal skill sets. Well, technical things that you are learning from your institute in your lab work or in your practical courses. So try to make a list of all your technical skills. So probably you are good at welding, you are good at carpentry, you're good at what particular software. So those are your technical strengths. You're good at math, you're good at other hands-on experiences. And you ought to be good at other personal skills. For example, ability to work in team and manage time, manage personal development, and so on. And you should be able to show your expertise in all these things which are suitable to your role. Well, at the same time, you should be able to communicate those ideas. You should be able to convey those ideas effectively. Whatever creative thinking, or suppose if you have a solution to a particular problem, you should be able to present it clearly, build connections with your team members, your seniors, your juniors, your clients. So communication plays an important role. You should be able to sell all those ideas confidently. You should have a confidence in yourself so that you can make a positive image of yourself in front of others. Okay. So just like you are presenting yourself properly, the employers, they are also looking something in you. They have three more important questions to handle. Can you do this? Will you do this? And are you fit in that particular organization? So employers are constantly, looking at your skill sets. Do you have the ability? Do you have the required skill sets in that particular profession? They also look at your willingness to work in their organization. How long will you work for them? Will you definitely, or will you be right fit for them? So they try to look at that particular candidate through all these perspectives. So what do you think? Where do our candidates go wrong? Where do they fail? Despite having a degree with wonderful marks, where do our candidates fail? Can we get some responses in the chat box? Where do our candidates fail in articulating their employability? Well, first and foremost, I feel that they fail to introspect. Yeah, very good, Anupam Singh. Lack of awareness. Anything else where they fail to articulate their employability? First of all, they do not know themselves well. They do not know what they can offer to the prospective employer. And that's where they have hesitation to face others. Very true. Lack of practice. Yes. Well, very often I have seen this among engineering students that they start preparing for job interview just a week before or a night before the interview. And that is a wrong practice. In fact, the preparation have already started since the time that you have taken admission in that particular program. But only thing is that you need a lot of introspection and maintenance or maintaining that track record or noting down the track record. That will help you prepare for the job interview well. So let's try to understand how we can present ourselves in a proper manner to the prospective employer. Because we are telling actually our story to the prospective employers there during the interview round. So what we need to do, let's try to see that. So please introduce yourself properly. And that does not mean just telling the factual details. For example, many people make the mistake of just telling the factual details about themselves. For example, I'm Rahul Kale. I'm from Pune. I have 4 members in my family. My father is this, my mother is that. I have a younger sibling. So if you go on telling them like this, then please be assured that the employers are not going to look at you at all. Because the question is, tell me more about yourself. So and many candidates, they fail to understand this word more. So please keep it in your mind that you need to focus on this more. What more information can you tell about yourself? So you'll be given a job on the basis of your current qualifications, current skill sets. So highlight on more. What more do you have to offer to them? So focus on that. What skill sets that you have? What extra certifications have you done? So try to present all these ideas clearly and which is relevant and required for the job. Well, how can you show that you are a so skillful candidate? Well, in this case, you will have to depend on your past record. So please share your relevant experience in the past. How can you show that you're a good team player? You can show that, okay, you have worked on some project together, or you have helped your college in organizing some event or some activity. So there you can correlate some skill sets. You can show your past record, track record, and this is how you can convince to your prospective employer. So be ready with the proof. It does not mean that you only need to have a certificate with you, but you should be able to talk about that past experience to the prospective employer and give them a confidence that you have the experience and you have that proven record. So demonstrate your capabilities through those past experiences that will work as a proof. And then try to correlate with, how those abilities are helping you out in approaching your career, how they are aligned with all your values, moral values, or whatever family values that you carry, how they align with the company, aims and objectives, how they are, making you suitable to work in that particular position. So try to present your candidature in that manner. Well, so we have understood now what to present, but there are certain common mistakes that I want all of you to avoid when you go for the interview round. First and foremost, please go for the company research. Try to understand more about the company, not just the factual details, but try to understand what are the vision, mission of the company, what the company stands for, how's the work culture of the company, and how will you fit in their work environment. So try to go for that research. Then please try to understand your body language. What do you convey? So when you go for the interview, try to avoid the non-verbal cues which will deviate you from the set goal. For example, people keep on looking at tube lights and fans when they talk to the prospective employer, or they keep shaking their legs. So watch your body language carefully. What signals are you giving? And try to avoid those negative non-verbal cues. Try to answer the question directly. Don't beat around the bush. Engage the interviewer with your story, how you have evolved till then. And please do not belittle the importance of your own self. Don't say, I'm just a fresher, I don't have any experience, or don't say, I'm very weak at some points. As I told you in the beginning, that you are selling your skill sets. So don't talk about your weak areas unless you're asked to do so. But try to present your candidature by highlighting your skill sets. Tell them that how eager you are to learn new things. How have you practiced all those skill sets through your projects, through your experiences that you have got at the university level or at the college level. And tell them or show it to them that how are you, improving daily. If you try to strike a balance between all these two things, I'm sure you'll be able to sail through the interview round properly. So try to transform your skill sets into achievement statements. And for that, please try to identify your skill sets in academics, in the projects, internships, or in the extracurricular activities that you have participated in. So be ready with the account of your skill sets or your achievements where you have proven all your skill sets like that. Now, try to have a kind of script or a story around you which will impress them. It will be an impactful. Try to be concise. Don't have a very lengthy story. And the most important thing, that whatever script that you have created, try to practice it. Try to demonstrate it to your friends. Go for peer evaluation. Ask your friends to interview you. Ask your teachers to interview you. Or else you can also have some mock interview sessions online that will help you clarify your doubts, and it will make you a confident speaker. So now let me quickly give you some golden rules of communication or communicating your employability in the interview rounds. So first of all, please make it very simple, very clear. Don't make it very complicated. And talk about your experiences, talk about yourself in a very clear manner. Next, whatever stance that you have, please present it confidently. You can also talk about your failures also confidently and try to tell them how are you improving on your failures and try to give relevant answers. Try to understand what is asked and accordingly answer those questions. And finally, see if you introspect yourself properly, if you are convinced what you can offer to the company, then definitely you'll be able to convince them. It's up to you whether you want to be a choice for them or whether you want it just to be an option for them. Because your ability to communicate, your skill sets, it will help you gain success. So there are plenty of opportunities available if you understand how you can or how you can create that scope for yourself. So with this, I'll stop here. And if you have any specific questions, I'll be very happy to answer.